Welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I'm Violet Hausthor, joined this week by Mark Ramone and our special guest, Tom Buccino, from the Packing House over in Willington, Connecticut, for a special little spotlight on there. And you just heard Steve Katz with Steve's Song. And before that, you heard Eric Lee with Poor Monroe, and starting off that block, Twice Around with Pick Me Up.
The first Thursday of each month is a great opportunity to catch some excellent original local music at Holyoke Media's brand new state-of-the-art listening room in Holyoke, Mass. The New Music Alliance and Holyoke Media are presenting the Open Stage Showcase, a curated event with singer-songwriters, duos, and trios performing their own original music. So join us Tuesday, April 9th for a free event that includes 7 outstanding Western New England performers, including featured performers Charlie Diamond, Firetown Road, Xavier Serrano, and Seth Newton. April 9th, 7 p.m. at Holyoke Media, One Court Plaza in Holyoke, Mass. Each musician who performs in the showcase will receive a professional multi-camera video of their performance. So if you're interested in performing, send a link to one or more of your original songs to newmusicalliance@gmail.com and check our Facebook page for more information.
Let's talk about Steve Katz out of Kent, Connecticut with Steve's Song.
He calls it September 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else calls it Steve's Song. A beautiful song. It reminds me of Gordon Lightfoot, the arrangement and his vocals.
Yeah, incredible storytelling, incredible heart behind a song like that. So Tom, what was it like having Steve Katz right there in the Packing House?
The first thing we did is we tried to locate as many Blood, Sweat, and Tear albums as we could find in used record stores and have them sign it. And that was part of the deal, you know. And so now they're up on our wall. But Steve is just a great guy, down to earth. And, he does a solo show with visuals, like a PowerPoint presentation. And he brings back some history that is just totally awesome. And as you mentioned, Violet, his storytelling is second to none. They are awesome, and he'll mix that up in his show with a few songs, and it's just an incredible evening. Steve's joined us a few times. Actually, the most recent performance he did there was with the Blues Project. So we had a chance to actually hear the band as well as, Steve in a solo environment. So just a great guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
And before that, we had Eric Lee with Poor Monroe, released in 2023 September, out of East Hampton, Massachusetts.
That is some rock solid bluegrass right there.
Mm-hmm.
I met Eric the first time when he played here with a bluegrass band from Maine. And his fiddling just clearly was a highlight. And learning that he was relatively local to us, he's come back several times. Just an extremely talented fiddler and guitar player.
And he's released music on his own, too. I remember Heartache Town, more of a folk album. And before that, we started off with Twice Around with Pick Me Up off of Here Before. It released in 2017. And they're both from Connecticut.
That's so nice. I think that it's hard to describe exactly where that sits, like even genre-wise, but like there's the acoustic side, there's the indie side, but it just, I don't know, it puts a smile on my face.
Well, sure. These guys are just great human beings. Louisa and Frank have been real supporters and love their work. Both creative folks. They actually opened our season before the pandemic, and then they opened our first season back after the pandemic. And I was trying to get them for a third time this season, and I suggested they maybe change their name to Thrice Around, but they didn't buy into that. So we had them back in January, and they did a great job. But really solid performers and songwriters, and just like I said, great human beings. They're also members of EC-CHAP.
I recently had a chance to speak with Frank and Louisa, and told me that they're both have backgrounds in theater. I think Frank's in production and Louisa from the stage, and that comes through in some of their songs as well. So, Violet, what do we have next?
Well, up next, we've got a couple of really cool blues tracks by Ramblin Dan Stevens and Chris Smither. So let's start things off with Dan Stevens. Here's Ramblin'.